This is the Troll Patrol, live with Justin FREAKIN.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol, live. It's a freaking superb owl Sunday. Why am I getting an echo? Something is not right. Fucking myself up. I'm still having a breakdown after all that happened on Friday night. Why are we on early? We're on early because it's Superb Owl Sunday. And Justin is a live music fan, so he's actually very much looking forward to the Dr. Dre concert. Sparkles and I are going to do Chinese food and then watch the halftime show. So we're going to do a little trolling here early on at 4:20 Eastern Time on a Sunday. And I've even got some Super Bowl related stories and shit. I have no clue what is going on with my audio. Are you guys hearing an echo? I'm fucking myself up over here. I had the existential crisis going on Friday night when we did the Freak Show. And apparently I went back and listened to part of the show. Apparently I fucked some audio settings up at the beginning of the show, so maybe that's what I'm hearing back now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how anything works anymore. Too high for this shit, apparently. I don't know. I wanted to show off my Troll Patrol football graphics with my troll with the football helmet on. I don't even who's even in the Super Bowl tonight. St. Louis and Cincinnati. Oh, good Lord. Pennsylvania Senate race. Dave McCormick to air Let's Go Brandon ad during the Super Bowl. I assume that's probably locally in Pennsylvania. The local affiliates get to sell sometime during the commercial breaks. I saw that there were candidates in California that were going to buy ads. Fuck no, I don't watch the Super Bowl. I'm watching the Dr. Dre concert. Bubblegum babe face. Oh, you want to call in and talk to me? It's Sunday. Do you want to have that discussion? I'll open the phone lines up and let you call in. Or you can hop in the Discord if you want to. Apparently, I misunderstood the compliment you were trying to pay me. Please give us a ring. I would love, because I didn't fucking plan anything for tonight. No, I've got some news. We're going to run down all the shit about the Ukraine. Ukraine! Me with my unwarranted use of the word the. Talk about the Fed. They're planning to get more hawkish with the economy. We're going to hear from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Says that the GOP doesn't represent the people, which I will agree with her on that. I just don't think she and I have the same definition of what it's like to represent the people. Shit, I got a whole bunch of messages on Discord. You got to tell me when you hop in the Discord if that's what you're going to do. Are you with me? Are you there? Got somebody in the Discord. Your fist is going the wrong way. That's a right fist. That's fascism. But I'm not getting any audio from your channel. Are you with me? I assume this is Bubblegum Babeface. Yet another sock puppet account here on Discord. Are you going to talk to us? I don't think I've got any issues over here. Looks like it's right. Come on, yak with us. I'm trying. Well, this is a lot of fun here. Now, supposedly, Bubblegum Babeface also does what I do and is way more talented than me. Apparently not talented enough to be able to turn on the mic. Now my internet's shitting out. Nothing's going well. Nothing is going well tonight. Boom, there we go. We got the green light. I heard something. Are you there this time? Yeah, I just had to switch servers and it fixed everything up. I'm hearing you bump your microphone. Talk for us. Oh shit, we've got a voice. Can you talk into your microphone though? Good fucking lord. Fantastic content. Warlord has the popcorn out.
Hello?
Hello.
Right, can you hear me now?
You sound horrible.
I don't know how to get to work.
Well, we do hear you, but it sounds like shit. What kind of a microphone are you using?
Oh, it's shitty microphone. No, I don't have like a really rich setup like you do.
You think I'm rich?
Well, you got a better setup than me. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, you supposedly you're more talented in this field than I am.
You just did it again. I tried to give you a compliment again, and you just took it in the worst negative possible way. Why do you do that?
Well, I don't.
Complimented your streaming setup, and immediately.
It's not really a compliment, you know. Like it's just.
That's not a compliment either. The one that I just told you now, that's not a compliment either.
All it takes was money. It's not really. I didn't do anything.
Oh, come on. Justin, you're grasping at straws.
I'm grasping at straws. Jesus Christ. So, refresh everybody. What did you say the other day?
The only thing that I had said to you was that, hey, I'm not a leftist. You know what I mean? I used to be. But you remind me of a time back when I enjoyed all of those qualities about leftism that I really loved and enjoyed.
What define those qualities? What are you talking about?
No, the qualities of the pursuit of truth. Not silencing people. Not doing things that shut down argument and shut down debate.
Do you understand what you're saying is like it's loaded with presuppositions, right?
Sure. And that's why in my second text, I told you I could understand why you would think that way. And
now, multiple times I told you I like to talk about things that are provable, disprovable. I don't get into internet drama. But yet you seem to
I have two things. I don't mean to cut you off. I know it's your show. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude to you. Right?
Well, I'm trying to get to the bottom of something here.
My only issue, right? Is I don't understand why you took it negatively out of hand, out of the gate. Apparently, you say you never talked to me, and you don't know me.
I don't.
Why did you take it? Okay, so why did you? If you don't know me, I'm nobody. You don't know who I am. Why would you assume that my comment, for some fuck all reason, would be negative like that out of the gate? Why would I follow you and do all this shit and watch you just to give you a fucking underhanded comment? What fucking sense does that make?
Your comment started with "I'm not a leftist," and then took shots at other people. Your supposed compliment. Now I'm very into collectivism. Like, I support all the boycotts. I participate in collectivism. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Like
why would you assume that I didn't know anything about leftism?
What? You have not said shit about leftism. You have talked about internet personalities.
Because I wasn't trying to talk to you about leftism. I wasn't trying to convince you of
Your
anything.
first fucking sentence was "I'm not a leftist," and you're not trying to talk to me about leftism.
No, I'm not. That just happened to be in my comment, and you're the one who brought up the leftist stuff, and then I started talking to you about it. But
No. You're the one that brought your first fucking sentence was "I'm not a leftist." So how am I bringing up leftism?
What? So what? That just happened to be a part of the comment.
And your supposed compliment was how I'm not like other leftists when I consider myself a part of that community.
Sure, you're not, believe it or not.
I still don't understand what your comment was about.
Okay, this is this is where I'm gonna lose my mind now. Okay, and I was just talking to somebody about this today, and I promise that I wasn't. But this is where I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, because you have the fucking gall to tell me I don't know anything about leftism.
Ho! You have said jack all about leftism. What? Define leftism.
I'm about to. Did you just say define leftism?
Please, because you have said fuck all about leftism.
What? Why am I supposed to define it to you?
Because I can't tell that you know what it is because you have not said anything about any kind of policy ideas or any position. You have just ragged on other personalities.
If I can define leftism to you, to your satisfaction, you have to answer one of my questions. Okay?
I'll answer any question.
What do you want to know about leftism? You want me to just describe the political ideology?
Fucking define what it is.
Right, I'll describe the political ideology just in general, okay? Essentially, leftist ideology is a series of beliefs that cover economics theories, environmental theories, anti-imperialism theories, in some cases nationalism, believe it or not, depending on what country and what place the theories are from, and even religious
That's
theories.
any political ideology. What makes somebody a leftist?
Yeah, I'm going through the whole thing with you.
Reading from Wikipedia?
No, I'm not reading from Wikipedia.
Just can you please give me an idea of what leftist policy is?
All right, I will give you the one that I disagree with. That actually made me kind of turn away from more harder left politics. And it's one that I talk about a lot. It's CRT. You know what CRT is?
Critical race theory?
Yeah. There are certain issues in critical race theory that I particularly agree with.
What is critical race theory? Define it.
Critical race theory basically is civil rights people and lawyers.
Yes, it's a legal theory. It's in law school.
Right. It's civil rights people and lawyers that examine the intersectional relationship between race and law in the U.S. Now, mainly, it critiques mainstream liberalism and how they achieve racial justice. It has multiple different tenets in it that come from different theories of antiquity. Actually, I'm glad you asked me that question because I was going to ask you about the book, The Prison Notebook, if you read that book. Or The Prison Notebooks, a series of essays written by Antonio Francisco Gramsci.
Hold on. You're very fond of a gish gallop. Can we stay on one topic?
Motherfucker, I am staying on one topic. Antonio Francisco Gramsci.
Define what critical race theory is.
I just did. I moved on from that. You missed that part.
So it's in law school where they talk about how race plays a factor in our laws and our structures, correct? Yeah. What is your issue with it? And how does it, first of all, how does this even relate to leftism?
Okay, first of all, by the way, you said that if I answered your question, you would answer one of my questions. So before we even move on, can you answer one of my questions?
Jesus fucking Christ, you have not answered my question.
I fucking defined to you what critical race theory was.
What does that have to do with leftism?
What the fuck does critical race theory have to do with leftism?
Yes!
Are you serious?
What is leftism to you?
No, I'm the one who doesn't know about fucking leftism and what does critical race theory have to do with leftism?
Yes!
Why do you think I brought up Antonio Francisco Gramsci? Why the fuck do you think that I brought up fucking Kimberly Crenshaw? Why do you think I'm bringing up these fucking names? Because all of these ideas are connected to one another. They all come from different brandings of thought. And you want to know what's so fucked about this whole entire thing? The fact that you don't fucking know that. That's sad. You want to know why that's fucking sad?
I'm not in law school.
Hold on. On your video about the University of Alabama that you were fucking talking on, you were bringing up and talking on critical race theory points, and you're telling me to my fucking face, the person who's not supposed to know anything about leftism, the person who's supposed to be a secret right-wing person, that critical race theory doesn't have anything to do with fucking leftist politics?
Explain it to me. How does a legal theory...
I have to... Because leftism is a series of things. It's environmentalism, it's legal studies, it's theories that are taught in a myriad of different subjects. So critical race theory is a part
You've still yet to define what leftism is.
No, I didn't. I already defined it for you before you said I was reading off Wikipedia. I said
No. Your little definition could apply to any ideology. It's about environmentalism. It's about politics. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Are you fucking stupid?
Okay, guys, hold on, chat. This is the guy who told me that I don't know anything about fucking leftism.
I'm still trying to get you to define leftism.
Hold on for a second. Anybody who's in the chat actually academically studied this fucking subject in any serious series of time would understand and know all the people that I just fucking named. They would know why critical race theory is a part of leftist theology. They would already know what the fuck I'm talking about. The fact that he doesn't, this is your boy right here. This is the guy you fucking subscribe to.
I am dying to know what your fucking point is. Like, you have not properly...
You accuse me of not knowing what the fuck leftism is, and you just made the biggest fucking mistake of your life on that fucking question. Critical race...
By far not the biggest mistake of my life. No, how does a legal... First of all, I would argue that critical race theory is not the domain of leftism. That it is a legal theory that you don't have to be left or right to ascribe to.
You told me what leftist problem I had an issue with. I told you critical race theory. There are plenty of leftist ideologies. You asked me a question, and I answered your question.
And my contention is that you don't have to be left or right to subscribe to critical race theory. It is a legal framework.
Justin, you're a moron. You're a fucking idiot. And you want to know what's sad about this entire thing? You want to know what's sad about this?
How am I an idiot?
I'll tell you. I was about to tell you before you interrupted me. You want to know what's sad about this? What's sad about this is that when you were texting, When you didn't know who James Connolly is, and on your stream you confused him with a fucking comedian, even though he's one of the most important, influential figures of Anglo-fucking-American leftist politics of the 19th fucking century, but you confused him with being a fucking comedian, I should have, right there is when I should have knew you were full of shit when you tout around. But you know what actually set me off?
What set you off?
What set me off is when you didn't know what the fucking Troubles is.
The what?
The Troubles! You don't even know what it is now! Anybody who studied leftism for any period of time knows what the fuck the Troubles is. My guy, the Troubles is in 8th grade. That's fucking 8th grade fucking social studies. And you didn't even know what the fuck that was.
I have no clue what you're talking about, no.
I know you fucking don't, because you're a fucking idiot, and you try and tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to fucking leftism. And you got
You're just throwing out names and shit like you know what you're talking about, but you're not defining anything. You're not.
I just defined 2 things for you. You said one of them I was looking up off Wikipedia.
Oh my god.
What else do you want to fucking know about leftism?
You have not even said shit about leftism.
Yes, I fucking have. You're trying. You know what you said about leftism, and I really want people to remember this too. That you said this. That critical race theory is not a leftist theory.
No, you don't have to be left or right to subscribe to it as a legal framework. That's why I'm like calling bullshit on you.
You don't believe that leftism believes in the legal? What the fuck?
You gotta tell me what leftism is.
Hold on. Because we're gonna solve.
And how is it encompassed by critical race theory?
Do you know what intersectionality is? Do you know what that is? Can you define the term intersectionality to me, please?
Let's get a precising definition here.
No! What are you doing, Justin? Don't fucking look it up. Describe it off of the fucking top of your head, like I'm fucking doing. Don't fucking look it up.
The interconnected nature of social characterizations such as race, class, and gender as they apply to a given individual or group regarded as creating overlapping and interdependent systems of discrimination or disadvantage.
Where the fuck do you think that comes from? What parent theory do you think that comes from? Because you were talking about that in your Alabama video. You didn't use the word intersectionality. Maybe you didn't know that's what the fuck you were talking about. But in that fucking video, when you were talking about privileges and stuff like that, where is the parent theory that you think...
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to get you to define leftism, and you go off on these gish gallops and you throw out names, and you're like, oh, you didn't know who this is, you didn't know who this is, blah, 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 blah. It has nothing to fucking do with what we're talking about.
I give you concrete shit. I'm naming you theories that you can look up and verify what the fuck I'm saying, and you're not fucking... you don't even know what fucking theories that I'm naming you. You don't know what standpoint theory is. You don't know what fucking...
No, I don't.
And it's fucking exactly, so don't fucking tell me what I know about fucking leftism and I don't.
I can't even get that you have a grasp on what leftism is.
No, you have a fucking, you know what you are? You know what I call people like you? Because I used to go to college with people like you. You know what I call people like you? You're pothead left. You're people who know basic bitch, Fox Americano, fucking surface level fucking leftism. You don't go any deeper than that inside of it. So you think that you're fucking intelligent. You're suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Do you know what that is? Probably not. I'll explain it to you. The fucking Dunning-Kruger effect is when you overestimate your fucking abilities in something, and you think you're far more fucking intelligent and skilled at something than you actually fucking are. I've actually gone to fucking school to study this stuff. You know what you went to school for? You went to school for fucking
broadcasting.
Cameras and fucking broadcasting. I went to fucking school for this. Not to mention my whole fucking life that I was raised inside of these fucking communities. I was raised in narco-communist. That's as far fucking left as you can get until
So you know what fallacy you're committing right now then if you've went to school, right? Can you please stay on fucking topic? Give me a good definition of leftism.
I'm committing the argument from authority. I'll give you that one.
Yes, you are.
You want to know why I'm doing
I'm trying to pinpoint. I like to talk about things that are falsifiable.
Okay. Then I'll tell you. All right.
Please tell me what leftism is.
We'll reel it in. We'll calm it down a little bit. All right. I'll give you. Cause I'll admit, you know what I mean? I am a little heated right now.
For what reason?
The gall. The fucking gall of you. To the fact where I'm disappointed. When I fucking came on here, I fucking at least, you have to look up.
No, hold on. The gall of me, because you say you gave me a compliment, and I didn't take it the wrong way, and then you spent the day trying to fucking bash me, because clearly your compliment was contingent upon the way I interacted with you.
He doesn't fucking know about leftism, and you have to look up what the word.
But you've yet to give me an example. You've yet to say what leftism is. I want a precise definition of what the fuck you're talking about.
This is how you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My definition of leftism was perfect.
No, you're doing a Gish Gallop.
I can even tell you where it came from. I can tell you the historical origins of it.
What is leftism? Define it.
It's a series of beliefs, ideas, and concepts, both covering the fields of environmentalism, covering the fields of legal theory and law, covering the fields of sociology and counterculture, covering the fucking fields of religion, believe it or not, because there's even religious left.
The definition that you are using right now is useless because that could apply to any ideology.
I will tell you it's not.
What is a defining fact of leftism?
The reason what makes these theories left is because the thing that they have in common is they're usually theories that promote social equality and that often promote the challenges of social hierarchies inside of a social system. That's what they all usually have in common with each other.
Okay, we're getting close to what I would consider a definition. Okay.
Like I said, I'll go further if you like. I can give you the history of where it comes from. I know that it came from.
No. I just see, once again, you're trying to pull a shotgun fallacy on me.
Why? Because you're asking me questions. I want to answer your question as thoroughly as I possibly can.
But you're not.
From the 19th century up to 2020 for you. What?
No. You keep trying to tell me about how you know about all this shit, you know about all these people, you've read all these fucking books, but you can't give me a fucking precise definition, and it's annoying.
I gave you a definition. I gave you a definition of critical race theory. You still haven't answered a single one.
But as I said, the definition you just used could apply to anything. Oh, it's about environmentalism, it's about religion, blah, blah, blah. That's any ideology. What is a difference between a person on the left and a person on the right? What would be a defining characteristic?
People on the left, generally, like I said, theories of social equality. And again, this can go for Marxists, this can go for communists, this could go for anarchists, this could go for all the different fields that exist inside of leftism. Whereas the right...
Do you know what a Gish Gallop is?
No. What's a Gish Gallop?
It's basically a shotgun fallacy.
You've used that word a lot. I feel like you're dying to tell me. What is it?
What? You cut out on me.
You're dying to tell me what it is.
No, you try to overload things. You try to make yourself sound smart.
What the fuck? No, I'm trying to be thorough. Do you want to know why I'm trying to be thorough? So somebody like you can't take me out of context like you usually fucking do. And
you say I take you out of context. You took me out of context all the fucking time. You created straw man after straw man. I think my responses to you were very concise.
I don't know about...
You wrote fucking books about how much you hate me. I don't get it.
Because you're a fucking cunt. And actually, now that we're on the matter, that's what I came here that I wanted to...
I am a cunt because I didn't respond the way you expected me to.
I care about you being a cunt and a fuckwit. That's why I came on here to argue with you. Because you're a fuckwit.
Why am I a cunt and a fuckwit?
Because there's no reason why you needed to fucking respond that way. You didn't need to fucking do that.
You keep telling me you gave me a compliment, but a compliment was like, hey, I enjoyed your stream. Keep up the good work. No, you don't start off by, I used to be a leftist and now blah, 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 blah. Somebody made fun of me because I didn't like a movie. Like, that's what you did. Like, I looked like a self-absorbed head up your ass. That's why I called you pretentious. That's the only shot I took at you, is I called you pretentious because everything that you said was indeed pretentious.
From this conversation, I would even go out on a limb and say I probably know more about fucking leftism than you. I'm probably more qualified to run your fucking channel than you are. You fucking...
Well, okay, here's the thing is I'm a newsman. That is what I've spent 20 years of my life doing. I've been in the news business. What do I do on this show? I read the news from a leftist perspective, and I mock dumb fucks. I'm not doing anything that, if you want to go read theory, I could recommend channels to you that are fantastic. But that's not what I do on my channel. So why are you trying to attack me for something I never said I was doing?
I don't need fucking channels. Because I've fucking gone to school for this. You need fucking channels. I fucking forgot more about this fucking shit than you fucking know. That's your fucking...
I can't fucking tell.
That's why you're a surface-ass motherfucker. You're a basic bitch when it comes to fucking leftism. You only know surface-level shit.
I never claimed to know anything more than surface-level shit. And even in your comments, you're like, I didn't expect you to be you have to read theory, which was a straw man. I never fucking said that. Because good lord, like, yes, surface level. I have a degree in political philosophy. I've read fucking Kant and Hume and Locke and Rawls, Nozick and shit. Yes, surface level. That's all I would give myself. Surface fucking level. I'm a newsman. My stream is reading the news. I never claimed to be some fucking deep Marxist or some shit.
I'll calm down though. I'll calm down. Okay.
So why are you accusing me of being something that I never claimed I was?
I'll tell you why. Because as all of that would be okay, you don't need to know this stuff to be a leftist. You don't need.
No, you don't.
I'm not saying that you need to have an undergraduate degree in shit in order to be a fucking leftist. You don't have to know any of this stuff and still be leftist, as long as you know the general concepts of certain things. And normally that would be okay. However, the difference between you is when you have a channel where the premise of your show is calling other motherfuckers morons.
Is reading the news.
And fucking calling somebody you don't even fucking know a moron.
Did I call you a moron?
Yes. And that I don't fucking know shit about fucking leftists.
No, the thing that pissed you off was that I called you pretentious. And let me tell you, you are absolutely pretentious.
It would probably fucking help if you at least knew the names and some of the works of some of the people who are the bedrock and foundations of the fucking ideology you believe.
I don't know what you want from me. Like, I can't even tell that you can define leftism still.
I just defined it for you twice in 2 different ways. Your best excuse against me was that I had to look it up when you literally had to look up what intersectionality means.
No, I wanted a precising definition. I wanted to get it correct, and I don't ever look down on anybody for having to look something up to make sure they're correct.
Stop it, Justin. I know this shit from my fucking head. That's the fucking difference between...
I think you know the shit from your ass, actually.
You know what the fuck I am?
Pretentious is attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture than is actually possessed. That's you. You know, I've never claimed to be some deep leftist that's read all these fucking books. That's the difference.
Motherfucker, I'm a level 85 leftist. You're a level 8 leftist. That's
well, first of all, I was president of the Young Republicans in high school. And I would be considered a shit lib for most of my career, I would assume.
I skipped the liberal phase. You had to go through the fucking liberal phase. I didn't even fucking do that.
Well, once again, this is like, well, you did this and you did this. No, I want actual fucking conversation here. What is...
How the fuck can I have a conversation with you? And half of the people who I'm going to reference for my conversation, you don't know because you have to look them up. I'm not going to sit here for a fucking hour and 40 minutes fucking arguing with you while you Google shit that you should fucking know because you say you're a fucking leftist.
Do you realize how dumb you sound?
No! You sound...
And pretentious.
You sound like a fucking idiot.
You're accusing me of pretending to be something I never claimed to be.
No, but like I said, normally that would be fine. But the irony, you don't see it. You were talking about something.
The irony of me doing a show where I read the nightly news. What is the description of my show? What is the description of my show?
Oh, yeah, and by the way, you should change your name from the fucking Troll Patrol, because trolling is not what you're doing. There's a word for people like you on the internet. It's called a ween. You're a ween. You're not a troll. Trolling is sophisticated and clever.
Well, technically, yeah, the show is not what it set out to be. Like, I've even gone over this on my show before. Because, yes, the show was meant to be me live trolling people, but yet I kept getting banned on social media, so I couldn't actually do that. So I started reading the news instead. So thank you for catching everybody up on that.
I can understand that, but here's the thing.
Can you?
You have people on who you call idiots, and you don't even know some basic... By the way, the people who I was fucking naming you and the theories that I was naming you aren't obscure. What I'm actually naming you is basic bitch shit, too. So you...
Oh, my God! But yet you can't give me a defining quality of the difference between a leftist and a right, and somebody on the right.
Are you fucking time traveling? Are you so fucking high that...
I'm trying to get back to the point that I was originally on, and you have gone off on this tangent.
Definition, and you just keep asking...
On a Gish Gallop. Yes, I'm trying to get back... What is your issue with critical race theory, then?
I fucking give you the definition.
What is your issue with critical race? Critical race theory is your problem with leftists. So what is your issue with critical race theory, exactly?
Standpoint theory. That's my issue with critical race.
What does that mean?
I'm done. You should fucking know. You were talking about it in your other fucking video. You should know what it fucking means, you fucking idiot. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow. So, like, I'm not like on a pursuit of truth here and asking questions and being open and honest with you.
Do you know what epistemology is?
Yes.
Please say you know what that is. Okay, good. So standpoint epistemology or standpoint theory is the idea that members of a minority group have absolute authority to speak on issues involving their group. By the way, my having an issue with standpoint theory and critical race theory is not a unique radical argument, even amongst leftists. Do you
So I doubt that absolute authority is included in a definition.
Oh my fucking... You're grasping at straws. Fine, fuck you. I don't care if you don't believe my definition. Go look it up your fucking self. Then you can fucking read it for your goddamn self and know.
I can't imagine that anybody would be like, oh, only I have the absolute authority to speak on an issue. Is that your thing?
What do you think... Do you know who Albert Bell Jr. is? Because he's the one who wrote most of the shit that I'm fucking talking about. Have you read his fucking books? He's the one who...
No!
helped create critical race theory in Chicago.
Okay. And?
Okay. So, do you remember what he said inside of his lecture?
I have no fucking clue what he said because I don't know who he is. Tell us, please. You pretentious fuck.
Why the fuck should I have to explain this shit to you? How am I, the right-wing person, why should I, the apparent right-winger, have to explain leftism to you?
Oh my God. Because apparently you know so much about it. You went on and on and on. You wrote dissertations, but yet said nothing.
Okay, but even the people who you have on your show, okay, you call them dumb. You call them idiots, which most right-wingers are. I will admit.
Okay. You're referring to the person that came on the other, like, you heard the first call. You heard the second call. You didn't hear the first call where I talked to them for an hour and kept proving them wrong over and over again. You heard the second call where I was exacerbated. I was not having a good night, and they called in, and I'm like, I can't do this right now. You were wrong about fucking everything. I don't want to argue with you anymore. And now you're trying to hold that against me. Is what you're saying.
I agree with no.
That was the Seattle seawall, right? That's the call you're referring to.
And a few others. You've had a few other calls and stuff on your show. I've been watching you for a little while, my guy. That's why I was so hurt.
I can't tell. You seem to know nothing about me, and you keep arguing with a straw man of me that doesn't exist.
No, I'm trying to say that if you don't know some of these more complicated parts about certain leftist theories and stuff.
What is it that I don't know? All you said is, "Oh, you haven't read this." Ho ho ho.
Because I would think, considering is how even fucking 19-year-olds know what the fuck intersectionality is and its origin, I feel like you should know that. That's not anything unique.
I feel like you should be able to give me a concise.
People know what that is. You should definitely know what it is. If your social enemies know what the fuck that is, you should definitely know what that is.
The fuck are you talking about? My social enemies. This makes no sense to me.
The people who you fucking troll. The idiots that you fucking roped into this fucking show who are slightly stupider than you.
Can we stop talking about personalities and perceptions of people and talk about actual facts?
I asked you about theories, concrete theories. I don't care if you look them up now, because I already know you're full of shit, so you can look up whatever I'm saying now.
What? How am I full of shit? I never claimed to know this shit.
Then don't call other people dumb. You can't call other people dumb.
Give me an example when I called somebody dumb when they weren't actually fucking dumb.
Your whole catchphrase is right-wingers are morons.
Right-wingers are morons, yes.
They are. I agree with you. But so the fuck are you? That's what I'm trying to fucking say. So it's ironic and it's rich.
How am I a moron?
Because you're trying to argue things from a leftist perspective, and I, the girl who apparently the only thing I know about leftism comes from Twitter. The only thing I know about fucking leftism comes from...
But you have still yet to nail down anything. What defines leftism? I've asked a million times.
What the fuck are you talking about? There is no single thing that defines leftism.
Give me some hallmarks, some traits.
That's not I did! I'm giving you leftist theories! The bedrocks that make up the conversation.
No, you're naming off people and trying to show off how smart you are. I'm trying to get you to actually talk about something.
I just asked you what standpoint theory is. I'm not your teacher, Justin. I'm not going to sit here and explain shit to you that you should already fucking know.
You aren't explaining anything.
The only reason why I'm even talking about leftism right now is because you won't shut the fuck up. You wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. I don't care about any of this. You want to know the reason why?
No. You came to my page. You said I'm not a leftist anymore, and you're not. You tried to compliment me by saying I'm not like other leftists, which you meant like YouTube personalities. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And my response was like, are you sure you're not arguing with a straw man created by right-wing propaganda? Now, was that not a valid thing to say back?
Okay, here's the thing, because after talking to my friend, he even revealed something to me that I probably should have considered. He kind of agreed with you. He said that, okay, but considering the nature of how he's probably been harassed, you should probably see why he would be coming from that direction with you. You know what I mean? So I can get that.
Okay.
That. You know what I mean? However, when I explain myself to you, I don't understand why you would continue to think what it is that you thought. Why would I argue with
What did I think exactly?
Why would I argue with you that fucking long? The way that I fucking...
You didn't argue anything with me. You just tried to tear me down. You spent like a day going through my channel and trying to bash me.
That made me upset, Justin. That really hurt my feelings.
I am sorry that I hurt your feelings, but I still do not get where you're coming from.
Thank you. That's all I cared about. That's the only thing that I wanted to do.
I still do not understand what your issue is.
Okay. Well, maybe we can agree to disagree then. But by issue...
No. There's no agree to disagree. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm not high enough for this.
You said you tried to pay me a compliment, but clearly that compliment was contingent upon the way I responded to you. Because then you spent the entire fucking day running me down, right? So it wasn't a compliment, really.
Because I know why you made that compliment. You made that compliment for the same reason of why every person who turns out to be an asshole in politics makes fucking compliments like you fucking did. The reason why you made that compliment, or you made that comment you did about my fucking compliment, is because
First of all, can you see how it wasn't a compliment? That it looked like it was a self-absorbed asshole being pretentious to me.
no, because I also, you know that same friend who admitted I was wrong about a certain point, he also said to me that no, he doesn't see where you got what you got from my fucking comment.
You started off by saying, I'm not a leftist, you're not like other leftists. It looked like an attack on the community that I'm a part of.
Or it could just be that I'm saying I like...
And I specifically said, I do not talk about other personalities. I talk about things that are provable or disprovable. I like to look up facts.
Exactly.
But yet you can think, oh, I've read your Bible and shit that you did.
But by the way, that's why I like you, because you talk about things, you talk about facts and shit like that. You aren't someone who just talks about personalities. Justin, you're on.
But you spent this time running me down, saying I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was comparing you to other YouTubers, so of course I'm going to be talking about internet personalities. I'm not comparing you to fucking the founder of fucking Standpoint Theory. Or to fucking Kimberly Crenshaw. I'm not fucking comparing you to somebody like that. I'm comparing you to other YouTubers because that's what you are. So yes, some of the other YouTubers are crazy. And even other leftists.
Hold on. Could it be that capitalism encourages people to say more and more outlandish shit in order to get views and clicks, and that I actually do not care about views and clicks? That I want to be factual and I want to talk about substance.
Which is why I like you so much.
Why couldn't you just say that instead of coming like trying to attack people on my page? That was my issue. You say it was a compliment, but it looked like it was filleting yourself and attacking other people.
Well, I'm sorry you took it that way.
But like anybody would take it that way.
No, not apparently. Not the people I've shown it to.
Just because your friends agreed with you. But I showed the comment.
Those are your fucking couple of viewers who agree with you.
Oh, okay. So we're in an impasse here, but like, you see how it was self-absorbed though, right? Like you started off talking about yourself, you bashed other people, like you get that, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the comment right now?
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to bash leftists. I didn't have an interest in trying to bash leftists. You took the comment. That's
exactly what it seemed like. I used to be a leftist. I mean, like, you're not like all these other leftists, blah, blah, blah.
Because you're not.
But, like, I don't really remember what the comment is. So, like, I do kind of...
No, that's what the comments say. You're pretty spot on, but because you're not...
I'm not left-wing anymore, as I explained to you before. Oh, shit, I lost it. Windows is doing some weird things. You remind me of what a left-wing person was like back when I was growing up in the 90s. Very nostalgic, and listening to you is oddly relaxing. Ha ha. You're still out here fighting the man, but you don't seem like you've lost your mind like some of these newer left-wing people popping up. But like, if we're talking about people that have lost their fucking minds, I would start with the Republican Party. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but we know that about the fucking Republican Party. Look, this is why I watch your show. I know that those people are morons and assholes. I know that those people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Just because I'm not leftist anymore doesn't mean that I'm fucking right-wing right now either. I'm not a centrist either, because I know that's usually the next thing that people usually go to. If you want to technically call me anything, I'm center. I'm left from center.
Like a Burkean conservative.
What?
Like a Burkean conservative.
Okay, sure.
Have you never read Edmund Burke? Oh my god! This is basic bitch stuff! I'm fucking with you now. I'm fucking with you. But you know who Edmund Burke is, right?
I probably should.
Yes, you should. The father of conservatism. Classical conservatism. I believe he was an English philosopher. But I might have my islands in the UK mixed up.
Yeah, like that's all I was trying. I wasn't trying to, do anything against you. Because like I said, why would I do that? I liked you. I like your content.
Oh, you liked me. You don't like me anymore.
I'm ready to like you again. I would really like to. Because honestly, I still think that you're very funny.
Well, thank you. Now that's a compliment. I will take that. Thank you very much.
I just didn't take kindly to how mean you were. I felt you were being mean, and I know I'm not trying to be like a girly girl or anything like that. Well, I that made me upset. It hurt my feelings.
Ma'am, I would say that you were the mean one in all of those comments, and I was questioning you, yes, but I don't think I was mean until I said you were pretentious.
That was what set me off.
I think I'm still kind of right on that one.
I know. In even coming here, I knew that I wasn't going to look that part of it. But no, you're nostalgic to me. You remind me of people that I grew up with. I used to hang out with and talk with. These kinds of conversations and arguments. I like that.
Yeah, like this is like philosophy class to me. I fucking love this shit. To sit down and argue shit out. But also in philosophy class, you ask for precising definitions, so you know what people are talking about.
But here was my thing, because I agree with you. Normally, in any other normal conversation, I would agree with you that it would be rude as fuck of me to just say a name or say a definition and not define it. But the only thing that was pissing me off about that is how the comment you made to me earlier that predicated that.
What comment?
You saying on 2 occasions that you doubt or you don't think that I know anything about leftism. Now, I can understand why you would have thought that at the time because I didn't say anything.
I'm still getting that feeling because, man, like it was. I still didn't really get a good definition of what leftist is from you, and like I still don't understand what you mean about critical race theory. Like this is all like really confusing. Why is critical race theory a sticking point for you?
The reason why it's a sticking point for me is literally only because of standpoint. Because, not to mention, as a matter of fact, okay, you know what? I'm going to refrain from mentioning random names and books. I'll just say things.
Standpoint theory is a postmodern method for analyzing intersubjective discourses. This theory concerns the authority generated by people's knowledge and the power such authority has to shape people's opinions in daily life.
And it's a part of critical theory.
And
critical legal theory.
And you tell us what your issue is.
Well, one of my issues that I have with it is its use of storytelling and, create your own way narrative. That's one thing that I don't like about it. Actually, that's one thing that Vladimir Lenin didn't like about the idea when Antonio first proposed it back in the 19th century.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about why I don't like critical race theory.
Yes, explain that.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you're not. You're not at all.
You need to know all this other stuff too in order to understand what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Why don't you? Because what I'm trying to keep from is give a right-wing example of why I don't like critical race theory. So all of my criticisms that I'm going to levy at it are popular left-wing criticism.
You haven't leveled a criticism. You went on and said like 3 more things that also need expounding upon. That's my issue. And that's what a Gish Gallop is.
If you would have let me finish, I was going to bring up a book that I think you should read. And it's one of my favorite books, and I actually have it here in my house. It's called Beyond All Reason, The Radical Assault on Truth in American Law. It's written by Daniel Farber, And
Can you give me an example of this assault on truth in American law?
You don't like setup, do you? I'm trying to tell you what the thing that I'm going to talk about, because I'm getting to that part, right? Is I'm defining it first, and then, well, I'm talking about what it is first, and then I'll define it. Is that fine with you? Or do you think that's just too long?
Can you be concise? Can you talk to me in concise sentences? Can you say something that doesn't require external reading on top of it? That's my issue.
Okay, fine. I'll say this. The reason why one of my issues with it is storytelling. That's what Susanna Sherry has an issue. She's a constitutional lawyer. The reason why she has an issue with it is because it has untestable hypothesis. It relies on untestable hypothesis, which is one issue with it. And
What story? You said my issue with story. What are you meaning? Storytelling in what context?
You want to know what's so ironic? Storytelling also is another term. It's another theory. It's another leftist theory. Storytelling is a leftist concept to mean gathering knowledge from people in anecdotal sources and valuing that knowledge much more than raw data. Because you believe that the raw data can never be accurate because it's biased because of a racist social or a racist social system behind it.
Who said that? Now, the other day I went through a list of data referring to the racial makeup of our justice system and the way that other races experience it. I don't know what you're talking about storytelling. I laid out data the other day. Do I need to bring it up and I can show you, you know, I can't think of it off the top of my head. The discrepancy in sentencing between whites and blacks for the same crime. Shit like that. So I don't know what you're talking about with storytelling.
No, storytelling... I'm not talking about anything with storytelling. This is what storytelling is. The people who made this theory tell you...
I'm trying to get to the heart of the matter, which is your issue with critical race theory.
Those are my issues with it. Untestable hypothesis and too much reliance on storytelling and not merit of truth methodation when it comes to determining social situations.
I don't think that's true. I don't think critical race theory can, but I don't know. I'm not in fucking law school. I never studied the shit.
That's not my fucking fault. Then study more and we can have a conversation about this.
Why can't we have a conversation about it now? My whole issue is that right-wingers are idiots calling anything in any school that has to deal with race critical race theory because it sounds scary as propaganda to their idiot-ass followers. Now, do you disagree with that?
I know. It's called red washing. That's been a thing for a very long time.
But now you're telling me that you have an issue with critical race theory, but you actually have an issue with the legal sense of it from law school. But I don't even know what that is. I don't know what your critique is.
Because you keep saying from law school, I'm going to make a correction to you, if you don't mind. Critical race theory comes from critical theory, comes from critical legal study. The critical legal study is the law section of it. Critical race theory is the socio-political section of the same series of theories.
But they teach it in like graduate classes, right? So when I'm talking about critical race theory. I'm using it in a colloquial term, like the Republicans are, and talking about it in the context of propaganda.
Why? Then that's wrong too, and you're being stupid like they are.
How? If I'm doing media critique and news critique, and I'm calling them out on them calling shit that's not critical race theory, how am I wrong?
You know what? Actually, I'm glad you bring that up, because that brings me to another issue that I have. You know, and that's your channel. On your last stream, you were saying, you know, what did I expect when you were being rude to me? You were saying, it's called the Troll Patrol. This is what we do here. Now, you also said you used to be a legitimate news guy.
Yes.
A lot of times. But now you've kind of transitioned into this.
I was the news director of 11 radio stations.
Right.
And I started doing stand-up comedy. Now I'm streaming.
But the problem with that is, who is this supposed to be for? Exactly.
People that want to hear the news and hear it in a funny manner and hear a stoner make jokes about people.
Right. But I feel like people, in our messages, you got, you know, upset at me about...
I never got upset with you.
People, okay,
You got extremely upset with me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, you got, like, started pointing out how I knew a bunch of, like, social media people who don't matter.
No, you can't. Your entire argument hinged on, like, somebody was mean to you on the internet.
Yeah, but do you want to know why I was bringing...
Because you were upset that I was mean to you on the internet.
No, because that stuff is what's socially relevant right now to young people, to people who are 25 and younger. A lot of the more serious stuff that you talk about, like bills and committees and hearings and stuff like that, that's really great stuff. You know what I mean? But it's usually going to be for the 35 and up. But 35 and upwards wouldn't be watching somebody like you with the flavor.
No, that's how. No. 35 and up is like who is watching me actually. I can show you the analytics.
But I feel like more would be if your content fit the tone of what a 35-year-old would enjoy to watch. You know what I mean?
if I'm being honest with you, I'm trying to be Jimmy Dore but smarter. I'm trying to be Steven Crowder but from the left. Does that make sense?
But Steven Crowder is talking about the shit that I was talking about that you don't care about. You know what I mean? That's why Steven Crowder is as popular as he is. He's stupid. He makes a lot of things.
Steven Crowder is not talking about critical race theory from the lens of a law school. What are you talking about?
Yes he was. One of his first videos was white privilege. White privilege comes from intersectionality. Intersectionality comes from critical race theory. All of these things are connected to each other. So when you're making an argument about white privilege, you take white privilege from standpoint theory. Standpoint theory is what makes the white privilege argument exist. You know what I mean? So by talking about white privilege, he's vicariously talking about critical race theory.
Colloquially, like the way I am.
Yeah, but you should also know that too, though. That's what I'm trying to say. You weren't making that connection. That's why I was fucking getting mad at you. You should know that, though. You still need to know what standpoint theory is and what those things mean so you can make those arguments about white privilege and stuff, because that's where it fucking comes from. So you need to know what that stuff
So I can't just show the data and be like, here, this is the data, it speaks for itself.
You can.
I need to know some fucking theory.
You can. You can.
Do you realize how pretentious you sound?
Not when you're calling other people dumb. It's not. It's ironic and fuck that way when you do that.
How?
It is because you're calling other people dumb for what they believe in.
No, that's their mic, Plaid.
Of what you believe in. So how are you any different than them?
Repeat that again. I was talking to the chat.
What I'm saying is, you call people morons for not. You call people morons for what they believe in. How can you call people morons?
No. I do not call people morons for what they believe in. That is a straw man, correct?
You say all Republicans are morons and all right-wingers are morons.
Right-wingers are morons, and they. First of all, do you even know where that term comes from? You say you watch my show. Do you know where that phrase comes from?
I do not.
Okay, it's my catch-all phrase that I'm able to use on social media without getting a ban. So you used to just call people, oh, like that's a dumb fuck thing to say. So now instead of calling somebody a dumb fuck, I'm like, right-wingers are morons, because it doesn't get me a suspension on Facebook.
No, okay, so somebody in the chat.
And I put it on T-shirts, and I put it on a flag, because that's how you make money and market yourself now.
Somebody put something interesting on here.
Do you really think that I believe everyone that disagrees with me is a moron?
Honestly, do you want me to answer that question honestly? Yes, I do believe that is exactly.
I would disagree with that. I think I am very open and honest.
I mean, I feel like that's exactly what you.
Now, if somebody came in here and disagreed with me and makes an intelligent argument, do you think I'm going to call them a moron? I don't think so.
Okay, no. I'll give you that much. I don't think that you would do that.
Okay, so then your statement was incorrect.
Okay, fine. I'll concede. My apologies.
So you're taking my little, kitschy statement that I make to put on T-shirts and stuff and trying to judge me on that. You're also judging me that I don't know theory, even though I never claimed to know theory.
No, what I'm judging you for is the fact you are calling other people morons and you don't know some of the basic tenets of your own.
You didn't know who Edmund Burke was. You're throwing out all these fucking people that I'm supposed to know, and you didn't know who Edmund fucking Burke was. So, hey, we all have blind spots, right? And I never claimed to know any of this shit. Matter of fact, I look shit up on the stream all the time. I've tried to boost them. It's their microphone, but I want to have this conversation. Their microphone sounds like shit. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I don't get what your argument is. You're upset that I'm calling people morons because I don't know everything in the world.
No, you don't need to know everything in the world. But
no, you don't. You don't. Exactly.
The shit that I'm talking to you, though, about, this is the worrying part. The stuff that I'm talking to you about is not everything in the world. The stuff that I'm talking to you about is simple, basic things.
You didn't know who Edmund Burke was, and you're trying to denigrate me based on I didn't know fucking. I don't even remember some of the shit you've thrown out.
I'm not trying to make conservative arguments. You are literally making conservative arguments that use the theories that you don't know about. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, are you changing your voice? Are you using some kind of thing? Like the chat is all over your audio.
No, I have fucking shitty Walmart headphones that I'm using.
Okay, I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't get what your issue is. You got upset because I made fun of you on the internet. That's what it seems like.
Yes, that's why I got upset.
Even though you were trying to compliment me.
Yes.
Well, I mean, my response to you was I don't talk about other people's personalities. I don't talk about other YouTube personalities. I don't get into that drama.
How about you just say, "Hey, thanks for coming by. That was nice of you."
I didn't think what you said was nice.
Sometimes I know you don't.
I'm not left wing anymore, as I explained to you before. Though I like you, that's your compliment right there. Though I like you, it was even like a what do you call that? I'm not very good with the grammar. Like it's a conjunction. You remind me of what a left-wing person was back in the 90s when I was growing up. Very nostalgic, and listening to you is oddly relaxing. Ha ha. You're still out here fighting the man, but you don't seem like you've lost your mind like some of these newer left-wing people popping up. Now, that seems like you're trying to... first of all, I think the kids are all right. I think the kids are way more astute than anyone gives them credit for, so I did take issue with that. These newer left-wing people popping up. That's what I took issue with. Now, can you see why I would take issue with that?
I could see that. Those aren't the types of kids that I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, for example, people in the ultra-left. You know the term that was created by leftists to describe crazy-ass fucking leftist beliefs, ultra-left? Remember?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I was talking about those kinds of people. That's what I was talking about. Like anarcho-primitivists. People like that. You know what I mean? You're not crazy like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know who those people are. And that was my response. Have you considered the possibility that these so-called newer left-wing people that you say have lost their mind actually aren't real, but are a straw man constructed by right-wing propaganda?
It's
the Giga Left.
Yeah, there's something called ultra left, and it's a left wing pejorative for people with batshit crazy left wing values.
So you admit you were making a pejorative?
Yeah, it is a pejorative because
the ultra left is defined particularly by its breed of anti-authoritarianism, authoritarian Marxism, which generally involves an opposition to the state and to state socialism, as well as to paramilitary democracy and wage labor. The ultra left.
So you see how this guy said "return the monkey" in the chat? Literally, that's the belief of anarcho-primitivism. Return the monkey. If you think me calling somebody who's literally with a straight face arguing "return the monkey" crazy, then I guess I'm fucking, bashing the fucking left then. Because that is crazy. Those people believe that we shouldn't even have technology anymore. They want to tear everything down. Not just the fucking government, but houses.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know people like that. I don't interact with them. They're saying that you think leftist memes are real.
But I do, because I'm well into this shit. That's why I gave you the compliment that I gave you.
Still don't see it as a compliment.
Because you're not like those people. That's what I was trying to say. Just because you don't know who they are doesn't mean
I see it as you trying to get affirmation in my chat.
No,
in my comment section, you were trying to get affirmation for yourself.
Because he wrote "return the monkey." That's literally those people's ideology.
I don't know what that means. I've never heard that phrase before. I've never heard monkey like M-O-N-K with a capital E. I'm not constantly online. Like I said, people said you need to go outside, and I think you really do.
Even though literally everything that I'm saying right now exists.
Literally.
Everything that I'm saying is about fucking leftism.
No. It's about internet culture. It's not about leftism. You're not mentioning any kind of policy. You're talking about internet culture.
I mentioned theory. This is what leftism is. What the fuck are you talking about? Talking about policy. Is that what you think talking about leftism is?
Yes.
Yes. Talking about fucking.
Yes, I do electoral politics. I talk about policy. Yes.
But you think that's what talking about leftism is? No, talking about leftism.
No, I do it. No, my. Have you ever heard me explain why I consider myself leftist?
No.
Did you watch my show so often?
I'm interested.
Okay, so our country, I don't know if you live in the U.S., but like the United States has gone so far fucking right with their tax cuts, deregulation, all the social safety net cuts and everything has gone so far fucking right that it has pushed me to the left, because the policy prescription to counter that is leftist policy, is to make a bigger social safety net, is to tax the rich more. And I'm not on the far left. I'm not advocating for the abolition of private property like a far leftist would.
No, I didn't figure that from you.
But that's the things I like to talk about. But that's the reason why I consider myself left, because the left policy is the counter to the problems we face as a country right now.
Okay, then I'll put it like this. Basically what you're saying to me is you're a believer in leftism, but not an academic student of leftism.
Rawls was the philosopher I was most drawn to in philosophy. Do you even know who John Rawls is?
No.
Oh, but you're talking to me about not knowing basic bitch shit, and you don't know who John Rawls or Edmund Burke is. Like, seriously.
If I study leftism, why would I know?
Whoa. This is like philosophy 101. I thought you went to university for this shit.
I didn't know what a fucking major historical event in the world was.
I don't know what you're referring to.
The Troubles. Literally a huge part of the fucking 20th century that just flew the fuck by you.
I don't know what you're talking. The Troubles. The Troubles is an ethno-nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland that lasted about 30 years, from the late 60s to 1998. Yeah, I even explained this the other day. I was like, I think the IRA was, rebelling against the crown or whatever, but I don't know shit about it because I'm an ignorant American. I said that on my stream.
Well, at least you admit ignorant.
But what does it? Yes, I admit when I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, fuck Northern Ireland. Ireland.
An ethno-nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland that lasted about 30 years, from the late 1960s to 1998. Also known internationally as the Northern Ireland conflict. I'd never heard it referred to as the Troubles. That's a colloquial name.
It has.
I'm aware that the event happened, and I mentioned this.
Justin, I remember the name of the 8th grade textbook that hasn't.
But you didn't know who Edmund Burke was. You didn't know who John Rawls was. And you're telling me, like, I don't know basic bitch shit.
Look, you want to know what's sad about?
And you're using that to judge me and say I shouldn't be calling people morons. But you didn't know philosophy 101 shit.
Do you want to know what's funny about this whole entire thing? What's funny about this whole entire thing is this is my second. American leftist politics is my second. Irish fucking politics, leftist politics, is my first. And I know about my second better than you. I should tell you something.
Do you? You know how to gish gallop. You know how to throw out a lot of names and terms. But I don't think you have any kind of mastery of the topic.
Do you want to know why I call myself a level 85 leftist and I called you a level 8? You're still on Tutorial Island. I'm so far beyond your study. I'm not even in the Western Hemisphere anymore. I'm studying Japanese leftist politics right now. I'm studying Junchi. That's North Korean fucking leftist politics that I'm studying right now. I'm not even in the United States.
And I have still yet to get a good definition of what leftism is from you.
Well, apparently you don't know what the fuck it is.
You keep making these appeals to how much you know, but you haven't laid anything on us. Are you single and seeking companionship? Like, I'm single. You come by, I'll make you dinner. And we'll have this conversation. We can read to each other if you'd like.
What are you gonna make?
I am very good at cooking many things. What would you like?
Puttanesca.
What?
Puttanesca.
I would have to look that up.
understand, chat member. Okay.
Well, Ginger just got here. Ginger doesn't know what's going on. No, supposedly this is a hardcore. This is a level 85 leftist I'm talking to that has issue with what I'm saying.
I'm on the DLC content. I finished the main game. I'm on the DLC content. I'm studying leftism in countries I won't even go to. I'm never gonna fucking go to North Korea. Yeah, I still know it.
No, I can't. I can't tell that you know it. You know how to throw out shit to make yourself sound smart. I'll give you that. I'm pretty sure you've read want
Oh, some book. Just some.
Ooh, we've got producer Dave in here. Dave, what's going on?
You want to know what's funny about this? I will take a picture of my bookshelf.
Oh my fucking god!
Some books. Get the fuck off my level. Some books.
I am a level 147 leftist, and I think you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but if you're a level 147 leftist, then maybe that'll be a good conversation now.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what that means. I don't think it means anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. We're just making up numbers, right?
Right. I'm obviously being facetious.
I mean, I have a degree in political science from a prestigious university. Does that make me a better leftist, or what are the criteria here?
Probably.
Why?
It probably does. Because look. Like I said before, because I want to clarify what I mean. Like I said before, okay, I'm not saying you need to know any of these things in order to be a leftist and believe something. That's fine. You don't have to know any of this shit in order to be something. But what I'm trying to say, the problem that I had with him is that he is calling other people dumb, which is rich coming from him, considering he doesn't know what I consider to be, and what many other people would consider to be, basic tenets of certain leftist philosophy and ideology. Wouldn't you think that that's a little fucking, ironic?
I mean, it's his stream. If you're so smart, where's your show? Like, where can we check out your work?
Oh, she says she's more talented and far more popular than I am.
But I didn't even want to get on here to talk about leftism. I wanted to get on here to talk about why he was being a fuckwit and get an apology. That's what
Supposedly, she's got thousands and thousands of followers, and they're going to hate view my content, and they're going to cause me to go dark.
I never said that I was going to send anybody to hate view anything with you.
Ooh, I've got the comments.
I mean, go ahead. Like this chat is ready for it. Like send them to my chat too. Send them to my chat if you have such a smart group of people.
I'm not gonna do that. You want to know why I'm not gonna do that? Because it's not about that. I just want.
You're not gonna do it because you don't have followers.
All right. Well, apparently I didn't know anything about leftism either.
I still can't tell that you do.
You told him that he didn't know anything, and like
no,
that's the thing is like
did you see the text that he sent me?
But people have like I know different things than you know, and that doesn't mean either of us don't know anything. It just means that I know shit that you don't know, and you know shit that I don't know, and that's how the world works.
But he's talked about subjects that involve intersectionality and intersectional belief before. So you would imagine that if he talks about a subject in intersectional belief, he would know what intersectionality is and wouldn't have to Google it.
Intersectionality, it's almost a self-describing word. It's like if you're poor and gay,
why do you have to Google it?
Well, hold on. You know what? Never mind. This is dumb. If Justin wants to keep talking to you, he can. But I think you are delusional and that you think you're very smart. And all you are is arrogant. So I gotta go.
I am arrogant,
do my show prep for tonight.
Yes.
That's what she took issue with, was that I called her pretentious. And
Now I am. Because why?
Oh God! Now I got somebody calling in. All right, you've had your chance. Thank you, bubblegum babeface. I had a good conversation with you.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk later. Please come over. I'll have dinner for you. Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
Hey, you gotta love people that know nothing and try and pretend like they know everything when that person literally gave no sources for anything. Just statements as if they actually knew what they're talking about with any authority.
Well, now she threw out sources and names of people and like trying to do a gish gallop. I thought just trying to overload us with information, like people that like. If I have to look up 5 things that you just said, you're not giving me a very good definition of something.
Exactly. The old saying goes, if you can't explain to a 3-year-old, you don't know it.
All I wanted to know was what they thought leftism was, and I still don't think I...
When the government does something?
I mean, that would have been a better definition than they gave, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, all the other 7 members in chat and me are just like, wow. This person does not understand what a meme is.
I'm still in
awe.
Not
legitimately people who are like return to monkey. Like that's a meme and a half.
Well, I don't know what that meme is.
So an anarcho-primitivist is just like, hey, can we return to caveman days? That's what they want. They idolize, when we were like so dumb that we would just like eat our babies to get more babies for sex.
Was this like the Aristotle state of nature question or some shit? Like, is that what that's relating to?
No, it's even further. It's like literally like Far Cry Primal. That's Return to Monkey.
I have not played Primal. I've not played. I played 5. I've not played 4.
So think of like fire when we first invented it. When we were largely still agrarian hunting gatherers, just kind of picking whatever fruit and shit. But if Bob died, then we're like, oh, don't eat that. Bob died.
But I mean, wouldn't that be another way to result in feudalism?
No, because it would just be like a chieftain, big, strongest person runs the society.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would result in a new kind of feudalism because the strongest person would win out, and the person with the most army and everything, and they would.
But feudalism, like its English counterpart, has like a hierarchy of system, like lords, barons, vassals, samurai, the somewhat mythical ninja.
Well, I wouldn't know because I don't know anything about theory.
Obviously.
I haven't read enough books.
Literally, I bet this person didn't even know who Jeremy Bentham is.
I don't know who Jeremy Bentham is.
He is one of the founding cornerstones of American thought, along with John Locke and Adam Smith.
I know Smith and Locke.
Basically laissez-faire, business.
Oh, shit.
But Jeremy Bentham was...
Can we dig him up and beat the fuck out of him then?
Yeah, it's utilitarianism. The famous thought experiment being the fat man in the trolley.
Oh, Bentham. Okay.
Do you save 5 people or just sacrifice 1 person, or do you save 1 person and sacrifice 5? The basic tenets of black and white thinking that is utilitarianism says the greater good is more every time.
I saw that meme the other day, and it said if you pull the lever, it changes the trolley from blue to red, and I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, that's the sanitized version.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna do a couple Super Bowl stories, and then it's time for me to go eat with Sparkles.
Yeah. Hey, just remember the Puppy Bowl's a thing too that's been happening.
But I'm a music fan, so I'm gonna watch the halftime show. I'll watch the Puppy Bowl later on the YouTube though.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like, isn't like most of the major rappers are like, the halftime shows with the Spooty Ball?
You got your Dr. Dre, you got Eminem, you got Kendrick Lamar, you got Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, that's pretty much like some titans of the industry.
It's 90s rap, but then you throw Kendrick Lamar in to kind of bring it current.
I wonder how all the white people are gonna like it. Oh, whoa, they're not kneeling? This is a problem.
Well, people our age, that was their club of music and shit, right?
I assume.
Fucking, I'm white. I was jamming the Chronic when I was driving down the road, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, way back. My mind and my money. I'm sorry. I
can't do gin.
All right, thank you for calling. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some bullshit. Then we're gonna hop off of here.
Gotta get along to move along.
Oh boy, has this been fun. But like, hey, it saved me from having to talk about Ukraine and the Fed and Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's what we were going to talk about tonight if we hadn't have done all that bullshit. Instead, let's go with Snoop Dogg has been sued for sexual harassment, sexual assault. He's been sued for sexual assault. Now, Snoop is calling it a shakedown. A woman claims Snoop Dogg forced oral sex on her back in 2013, but a source representing the rapper says the woman filed suit on the heels of the Super Bowl, where Snoop was performing in the halftime show, hoping she'd get a payday. The woman, who was only identified as Jane Doe. Now, I can believe that happened. I don't know about 2013 though, but I could totally believe it happened. Like, especially when you got these rich people that are powerful, they just they think they can do anything. It's like the Donald Trump. They just let you grab them by the pussy. Oh, you want me to do the Ukraine news? No, I don't want to. We'll talk about that shit tomorrow. I'm having Chinese food with sparkles, and I'm starting to get a little hungry. I shouldn't be laughing. This is a serious story. But then it transitions into a not serious story. He attended one of Snoop Dogg's shows in Anaheim, California. After the show, the woman says Bishop Don Juan, a longtime associate of Snoop's, offered her a ride home. She says she fell asleep in the car, and when she awoke, they had arrived not at her home, but at Bishop's. The lawsuit says the plaintiff was exhausted and fell asleep at Bishop's home. She says she awoke at 4 a.m. I know where the echo's coming from. There we go. I got rid of it. You know, the echo was coming from Sparkle's mic. I don't know. You guys might not have even been hearing it, because I don't think Sparkles was the source on here. But it was echoing through my board, and it was annoying the shit out of me. Sorry. Says in the suit, Bishop discriminated against and harassed plaintiff. Fuck, we got a socks up here. It's just a wild show tonight. Here's some cat ass for you. You doing, Socks? He put his tuxedo on for the Super Bowl tonight. He's all dressed up. It's not still echoing. Shut the fuck up. You're just fucking with me now. As I'm reading this story about a sexual assault claim. Jesus. I mean, I believe it because apparently Dr. Dre had to tell Snoop Dogg and Eminem that they couldn't pull their dicks out tonight. Now, I'm assuming it was just a tribute to Harambe. Apparently, it's a conversation they had to have.
Can we look forward to any surprises?
I'm not talking about that.
What?
But yes, but I'm not going to talk about it.
So there will be surprises.
Absolutely.
There won't be any wardrobe malfunctions, though, if that's what
Snoop,
you're
you so
wondering.
silly.
Snoop, I'm gonna need you to keep your shirt on, all right?
I may not.
No, I had to talk Snoop and Eminem out of.
No. After we had the dude from Maroon 5 a few years ago, I don't think we can talk about anybody having their shirt off at the Super Bowl. Spurred all kinds of memes.
Talk Snoop and Eminem out of pulling their penises out.
Whoa!
It's just,
Things took a turn.
It just
especially Eminem.
right. Yeah. That's Slim Shady. I think Eminem is gonna.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep it casual.
Talking about surprises, apparently they have been blasting the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Bon Jovi from the stadium in order to mask whatever's going on with their rehearsals. Super Bowl fast approaching. It's probably about ready for kickoff, I would assume, if not already underway. In an attempt to not give it away now. Music by Red Hot Chili Peppers and Bon Jovi is reportedly blasting out of SoFi Stadium, where the Los Angeles Rams, I still thought they were the St. Louis Rams, my bad, and the Cincinnati Bengals will square off on Sunday. The news of this scheme to mask the sound from rehearsals, which could potentially jeopardize any planned surprises for the viewing audience, came from TMZ Sports earlier on February the 10th. Of course, relating it back to the politics that we talk about here on this show. Apparently, the senators from California and Ohio made a bet.
When it comes to the Super Bowl, you're going to stand by your team. All right. Whose house? Rams' house. I'm Senator Alex Padilla, proudly representing California.
And I'm Senator Rob Portman from the great state of Ohio.
So a lot of Americans will be tuning into the Super Bowl this Sunday. Even senators do what it takes to make it interesting. How about we put a little something on the line?
Let's do it.
Ooh, what they betting?
And a special beer we call Houday beer, made by the Hootable Brewing Company, which happens to be featured right here.
Los Angeles on Golden Road Brewing Company makes a lot of ale specific for the Rams.
They're betting cases of beer.
From Langer's Deli. Nothing's more Los Angeles.
And a pastrami.
And a good beer.
That's what I have. Izzy's. Between Landers and Izzy's and Houday beer and your Golden Rams lager, which I enjoy that.
We'll see.
We're on, man.
You got it.
All right.
Beer and a sandwich. That's a pretty good bet. I'm down with that. Who do you guys think is going to win? I guess if anybody was actually into the Super Bowl, you're probably not watching me at this moment in time. As I said, it's not the football I'm into. It's the halftime show. That's why we're doing this show now. So Sparkles and I can have some food and watch the halftime show. In honor of the Super Bowl, though, here is a Bengal cat being very upset. I got a Maynard cat right here trying to fuck with the socks. Apparently she wanted to do Chinese takeout. I was gonna cook fried jumbo shrimp for her. She decided she wanted to do Chinese takeout, so I guess we're gonna be doing Chinese takeout. She really wanted shrimp raccoons, but here's the thing: is like none of the restaurants here have good shrimp raccoons. I make better shrimp raccoons than the restaurants here, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's Charlie sitting there nice.
I assume they're gonna,
Wild thing.
ship it in ice, dry ice or something. So there's your Bengal cat, and then ooh, yeah, I'm starting to get really fucking hungry. There's your Bengal cat, and then here's some Rams. Damn, I got more people watching me than I thought I did. My counter's been stuck on 2 here on OBS. Got way more people watching me than I thought I did. Apparently you guys aren't football fans. But if you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to Sonsoul, who's going to take real good care of you. So go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm Justin FREAKIN. We'll see you tomorrow night at our usual time here on the Troll Patrol. Live.